How's it going, everyone? Electron Man, well, check it out. This is the next project on the bench. I'll give you a little history of what I know about it, researching wise, and it's going to be the biggest challenge I've probably had yet as far as shortwave radios. Basically, this is a Silvertone. What was the model number on that? Hold on here. We can go ahead and turn it around, let you see the back of it anyway. But I know it was made in between 1938 and 1940, so that'll kind of give you an idea on the age of it. What was the model number on this? It's a 6124. So it's a Silvertone 6124. Between 1938 and 1940, it's right there and there. Basically, this thing was sold by Sears Roebuck and Company in the day. Pretty clean. I mean, kind of get an idea what we got looking in here as far as that. Actually, I had passed this up. I'd seen it in a consignment store, and they had like $65 or $75 on it. And anyway, I'd bought another shortwave radio from him, and he mentioned this one, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty big, and I don't know, it's an awful big project. And he told me it didn't work, and he said, well, I'll tell you what, since you bought that other one, you can have it for $20. So I got $20 in this, guys. So we'll see what we can do with it. It's got some really old tubes. I worry the cost of those could get very expensive. I haven't done any research on that, much less I pulled them and started testing them. But that'll be the first thing I do. Get this chassis out of here and get the tubes pulled and see what I got dealing with tubes. But I mean, cleaning wise, it's not bad. I don't know if it ever had a back. Probably not. Probably to keep it cool. They let the back off of it. Let me turn it back around, but kind of played with it a little bit already, just when I brought it home. Sorry, I know I hate when the camera moves around like that, but like I said, did some research. Any service manuals, good luck. I did find a schematic on it. That's probably going to be about the best. I worry about aligning it. I don't know. I'll keep continuing to look. Kind of hard when you get into 1938 to 40 as far as service manuals, etc. But I mean, I know some basics that you could tune at the 455, and and I've got a signal generator that I could probably do an RF signal generator that I could generate like 12 megahertz and figure out the loads and tune it that way. But it's nice to have the manual. But anyway, back to the radio. It's not beautiful by any means. It's, for one thing, what is it? 80 years old, somewhere right around there. Yeah, it's got scrapes. It's got the worst piece of the wood's right down here. It's got some laminate that chipped off of there. Looking at the rest of it, I mean, other than chips and stuff, really not that bad. I'm assuming that this thing had glass in it one time, and right now it doesn't. And that probably was nice and pretty and white, but it's still readable. And the only thing is, it feels like it's kind of like a paper. Hopefully, it's a vinyl, and I can clean it up a little bit, but. Either way, it's got that cool eye in it. I haven't had one yet with it. It's like a cathode eye that I know I've seen them in YouTube videos and stuff where it glows green and then the eye closes and shuts depending on the signal. So that would be cool to get that going. This older radio, I thought this was interesting. I was like, what are these buttons for? I was thinking maybe they were to change the different bands, but no, check this out. It's like a car radio, and they actually seem to function pretty smooth, so that's a good sign. I mean, at least those will seem to work. But so that's kind of a cool feature. It's all bakelite. I know the front here piece is, you can tell it's warped, and looking at it, looks like it's warped due to heat. So I don't know. Maybe try to heat it up with a heat gun and hold it flat, between two 2x4s or something to try to flatten it out. It's kind of misformed, so this radio's never going to be perfect mint, but if I can get it going, that'll be the first thing. Then I'll worry about cosmetics to see how good I can pretty it up. The bottom part looks good. The knobs are fine. Really, other than this piece here, which feels like some type of old plastic, is bowed out and kind of misformed. You can see how it's kind of bowed down there. And of course, you can see the needle is bent really bad, but I don't think straightening the needle is going to be that big of a deal. Like I said, it needs glass. That's probably about as far as I'd go. Get it real clean. If I can get it up and running, I'll get the needle straightened, see what I can do about this cover here, making it look good. Obviously, get all the lights either updated to LED or make sure they're all functioning well. You know, align it and see what we got here. And obviously, definitely that glass would be, but I think I could even maybe cut a piece of plexiglass and we can figure that out. Anyway, this is the start of it. We'll call it what was it, Silvertone. I have to go back and look on the back. I think it's 6124, I believe is what it was. We'll start rebuilding it. Part one here, I'll probably go ahead and stop right here and see about getting this chassis pulled out. And we'll take a look at the chassis once I get it pulled out. And then we'll start the restore process or the repair process. Yeah, by the way, yeah, it's plugged in right now, and it's got nothing. I mean, no lights. I'm not getting anything out of it. Sometimes that might be better than worse. But last time I had that, you know what I ran into? A bunch of smoke parts in the bottom. Hopefully we don't find that this time. Anyway, let me go and see about getting this chassis pulled, and I'll come back. Okay, guys, I got the chassis out. Wasn't too bad to pull, actually. I like these older radios. It seems like they set them up right. Got an interesting tuning lug here. I've never seen one quite like that, a tubular one with a flex cable. I'm guessing it's got a ferret or something that slides up and down in there, and there's some trimming caps. But anyway, good news is, looking at this thing, it looks pretty untouched. All those old wax caps got to go. They're past their prime time, no doubt about it. I'm never going to mess with it. I already got a sheet, wrote them down. See what I got on hand, and I'll run to the local electronics store and pick up all new caps. Yeah, I'm not even think about it. Well, actually, I think I'll test the tubes first to make sure. But if the tubes test good, then we'll definitely move it on to some caps. Other than that, like I said, it's untouched. It looks like the only shiny solder I see in here is it looks like somebody replaced the power cord sometime. It's still kind of an old cord, but you can see from the shiny marks there that they had to replace that power cord. But other than that, I don't see anything else. Looks like it's been soldered on. It's still got the old wax caps in it, which I'm tickled about. I mean, I'm getting a radio that hasn't been quote tinkered with like the last one I got, and that hopefully will make it easier. It seems to be in pretty good shape all the way around. I unplugged it, but I didn't need to. Yeah, that's the eye bubble tube there, and then you got your air capacitor here, your tuning lug, whatever you want to call it. There's your whole spring mechanism down there. Quite interesting. Have to really take a close look at that and see exactly how that silly thing works. But anyway, I mean, looks pretty good, right? I mean, I don't think any of the tubes have been messed with. I don't think anything's been messed with on this thing for years and years and years. So let's hope and we can bring it back. Here's what the front looks like. Yeah, it's got one screw holding it, and actually, let me pull that screw out. Kind of an odd place for a screw, but it looks like it is factory. One side's missing. That's kind of why that one side was sticking out. But so we can get this off of here. But yeah, see how that? Look at that. Yeah, you really tell once you get it out of there. Look how bowed that is. Look at that. Trying to set it straight down. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to do with that. I'm sure there's no replacements, but we can see what we can do. I think maybe we can probably definitely heat it up and get it a little flatter than it is. We're a long ways away from that. I'm really getting off track with that. We got to see if we can even make this thing work first. But anyway, here's part one. Excited to get to work on it. Like I said, I'll probably go and test tubes tonight. If they're good, then I'll run to the local store and start seeing about getting some caps for that. Oh, I'm glad I'm sitting here talking. I took that cover off. There's a cap that I missed. Huh, wow. You saved me some time. I'd have been upset about that if I hadn't noticed it right now. I need to look through it real good and make sure there's not other caps. Thought they were all on the bottom. But anyway, hope you enjoy this video series. Take a chance to subscribe to the channel, and please give me a thumbs up. It helps with my views. Anyway, have a great day out there, guys. This is Electron.